The GOAT debate in football has raged for decades. Fans argue in stadiums, pubs, and comment sections around the world, and no one ever fully agrees. Today we are making our definitive call. We are ranking the 5 greatest footballers in the history of the sport, weighing every trophy, every goal, every moment of genius, and every career-defining achievement. Ronaldo Nazário, the phenomenon, sits at number 5 as the finest pure striker in football history. At his peak between 1996 and 2002, no defender on earth could contain him. Explosive pace, perfect close control in full sprint, and a finishing instinct that was essentially supernatural. He won 2 Ballon d'Or awards, 2 World Cups, including the 2002 tournament where he scored 8 goals, and scored 298 career goals despite years lost to devastating knee injuries. The injuries are the tragedy. The football, when it happened, was unlike anything the world had seen before or since. Johan Cruyff sits at number 4 not just because of what he achieved, but because of what he created. He is the single most influential figure in football history. As a player, he won 3 Ballon d'Or awards and led Ajax to 3 consecutive European Cups. He embodied total football, a system where every player could occupy any position, creating a fluid attacking chaos that opponents simply could not read. As a manager at Barcelona, he laid the philosophical foundations still used by the club today, and his teachings spread through Guardiola to influence the entire world of football. Cruyff did not just play the game, he thought about it differently from everyone else. Diego Maradona is at number 3, and for millions of football supporters, he's simply the greatest who ever lived. His 1986 World Cup is the most dominant individual tournament performance in football history. He scored the hand of God and the goal of the century in a single game against England. He then won the World Cup for Argentina essentially on his own, a nation carried by one man's genius. At club level, he took Napoli, a club that had never won the Serie A, to 2 league titles and a UEFA Cup in the most hostile environment in Italian football. Maradona is the ultimate argument that individual brilliance can transcend team limitations entirely. Cristiano Ronaldo sits at number 2 as the most decorated and prolific goalscorer in football history. Over 901 career goals across Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus, and the Portuguese national team place him on a statistical planet of his own. He has won 5 Champions League titles and 5 Ballon d'Or awards. At Real Madrid, he was the engine behind 4 European Cups in 5 years. His physical transformation from a raw, tricky teenager at Sporting CP to an athletic machine of extraordinary power and precision is the greatest individual self-improvement story in sport. Ronaldo built himself into the greatest goalscorer the game has ever produced. Lionel Messi is the greatest footballer of all time, and the argument is stronger today than it has ever been. 8 Ballon d'Or awards, 4 Champions League titles, 10 La Liga titles, a Copa America, and the World Cup in Qatar. Messi sees the game in a way that is simply not available to other human beings. His spatial awareness, his touch, his vision, his ability to produce the decisive moment in the highest pressure situations are all operating on a different level. He spent 17 seasons at Barcelona, scoring 672 goals in 778 appearances. He then won the World Cup with Argentina in one of the greatest individual tournament performances in history. Even his critics eventually ran out of arguments. The 2022 World Cup was the final answer to the only question that had ever been asked. From Ronaldo Nazário's physical genius to Messi's incomparable football intelligence, these 5 players represent the absolute pinnacle of what the sport can produce. Who is your number 1? The GOAT debate never ends. Drop your answer in the comments and subscribe for more football content.